This is Seeds in 60 Seconds. I'd like to introduce you to a very useful web page that is good for students, gardeners, farmers, and anyone interested in agriculture. It's the Purdue University's New Crop page. In the New Crop page, they have an extensive amount of research available on underused and underutilized crops. For example, they have a page on blue corn. Here's an example of their page on blue corn. It gives the history, modern evaluations of blue corn, production practices, insects and disease, references, and lots of tables. This has been extremely useful to me as I like to raise blue corn. Now as you have history, you can click on the tables, go to the tables, on production, or go with information on diseases, production practices, and other issues. Or on the page, you have other things too. They have crop reference books. For example, Alternative Field Crop Manual. You can get it in print or you can go online and just get it digitally. If you're interested in Aramuth, click on Aramuth and you have the history of Aramuth, food uses for humans, nutritional value, 12 to 17% protein, high in lysine. It has forage uses, growth habits, or you can go to something like Jerusalem artichokes. And it gives not only the history of them, but the uses for human food, alcohol production, and for human food, these are also better for humans than potatoes are if they have diabetic or other blood sugar issues because of the inulin in them. Alcohol production, fructose production, forage production, and I know for a fact sheep like them. They're also perennial that will grow every year, come up on their own, and all you have to do is just pull the plant, get some of the tubers, eat them or store them like a potato, and they'll come up next year on their own. Or they have a thing called famine foods, a list of unconventional food sources. Famine foods, plants that are not normally considered as crops, are consumed in times of famine. Go down here, hit continents. So hit North America, for instance. And they have multiple pages, all these plants. Now, a word of caution here. Don't go careless with this information. A lot of wild edible plants have a poisonous look-alike. A lot of them are only edible certain times of the year or only certain parts of the plant. Or many of them you have to be prepared in a certain way in order to be edible. So only use this information if you're going to read the entire site on this famine foods and cross-reference it with a knowledgeable individual or other source. And be positive what you're eating is actually the correct one. If in doubt, I've always found professors from colleges that have websites like this be more than happy to answer people's questions in my personal experience. So this is an excellent website I want to share with all you guys for information on botany, for foods, for plants, for gardening, and happy gardening. If you like this information and like to know more about useful web pages or other information on gardening and farming, like and subscribe and you'll see it on your news feed.